Hey everybody, today we're going to work on a lacto-fermented carrot and ginger recipe. And lacto-fermentation is a process of naturally fermenting vegetables, and the kind of classic vegetable that's usually fermented is cabbage. So you're basically making sauerkraut, and you could watch our video on lacto-fermented sauerkraut to find that recipe. And all the vegetables that you're going to ferment are going to be wonderful in flavor and just really wonderful for you. But this carrot ginger recipe might be kind of a nice one to try for those people who find like the sauerkraut to be just a little too intense of a flavor. The kind of sweetness in the carrots balances out the acidity and just that kind of pick, that strong flavor. And then the ginger, there's about 2 tablespoons worth of grated ginger, about a 2-inch chunk in there. So not a ton, but enough to give a really nice flavor. So we've, to this, we've added, so we have a wide mouth glass jar, and I've added about 4 cups worth of packed, shredded carrots, grated carrots. You could grate it by hand. I just ran it through the food processor because that's easy. And then I also just threw in that 2-inch chunk of ginger. To this I added 1 tablespoon of sea salt and then 1/4 cup of whey. And so the whey is that kind of clear liquid. If you ever make or just buy plain yogurt in the store, often that yogurt is going to sometimes have like just a layer of whey, or if you take out a little bit in a large container of yogurt, you'll sometimes see just that kind of a clearish liquid that comes off of that yogurt, and that's whey. And I've shown you how to make homemade ricotta, and you can find the way to get whey out of that process. So that's an easy way to get your own and have your own whey on hand for lacto-fermentation. So we're using a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of whey. So I added that in here so we have a little bit of liquid. What we're going to do is start to just pound, and that's going to continue to release the juices of the carrots. And again, we're taking about 4 cups of grated carrot packed in there. So it's about 2 pounds of carrots. And they're pretty juicy, so it's not going to take long to release any more juices. We just want to really pack it in there tightly, and we want the juices to come to about the level of the top of the grated vegetables. So you can use, this is kind of unconventional, my heavy wooden spoon, but like a wooden meat mallet or just anything kind of heavy that you can use to pound a little bit. And so our lacto-fermentation, this natural fermentation process, not only preserves the vegetable and makes it last longer, but it also kind of ennobles the vegetable and makes the vegetable healthier for you. So it's what happens is as the vegetable ferments, just certain other nutrients are released. That lactic acid is going to encourage the vegetable to sort of break down. It's going to make it easier to digest and better on your digestive system because of the probiotics, the natural bacteria that are going to be in your fermented vegetable, in this case carrot ginger, and just really, really healthy for you. So many cultures have a very routine consumption of fermented vegetables. Think of like kimchi in kind of Korean cuisine, or even in French cuisine, the wine, the cheese, the bread that's like the original bread that was naturally fermented, and so many others, sauerkraut. In various cultures, you would hardly go a meal without having some sort of fermented vegetable, and that's because it's really healthy for you. So Now we're just going to, now that you can see the level of the juice is even with the vegetable, and we're just going to screw on tightly this lid. So the wide mouth glass jar makes it easier. Don't use plastic because glass, since it's you know, a live acid that's forming in there, you don't want plastic. And we're going to allow this to sit now at room temperature for 3 days. And I'm just going to kind of set it off and forget about it. And after 3 days, then I will put it into cold storage in my refrigerator. And I leave it in cold storage because it won't be sealed. And then we'll consume it over the course of a couple weeks. And we can easily consume this in a couple weeks. And it's just going to be a really nice kind of, you can add it to salad, a garnish for a sandwich or a condiment, all kinds of different ways, even just plain. It's going to have a really wonderful flavor. Ginger, carrot, lacto-fermented vegetables.